Hello everyone. In today's fictional creatures profile, I'm going to be doing is Disney's dinosaur Carnotaurs, or they were called Carnotaur. So I'm going to be referring to this one as Carnotaur. So let's get started on its background and personality. Although they serve as the film's main antagonists, Carnotaurs are simply natural carnivores who required meat to survive, and had no real malicious intent. So basically, they're just typical of animal behavior. Like most predators, they see prey creatures as little more than food, though they have no dialogue in the film. They are not without a certain level of intelligence, as they were smart enough to follow the herd's tracks to find food and water. As seen in the film, the two individuals, like any modern carnivore, they would follow footprints of prey animals into water, just like what animals do today. In the film, it's not known what those two individuals are. Either mated pairs or perhaps siblings. It's not specified, as they had a very strong bond. The surviving one shows a powerful grudge against Aladar by trying to drag him over a cliff, possibly to avenge the death of its companion, even at the cost of its own life. Well, I guess there are rare cases of animals doing the concept of revenge, or even have grudges against someone or something. Carnotaurs are powerful predators, feared by most other dinosaurs. Ema described them as a mouthful of teeth with a bad attitude. However, it should be noted that, like most predators today, they prefer weak and or solitary prey to animals that could put up a fight. Their favorite quarry would have been stragglers or much smaller animals, as even these mighty predators could not contend with an entire herd. And for its physical appearance, well, in the film, it is said that the Carnotaurs are around 15 feet tall and measuring a seemingly 40 plus feet in length. The Carnotaurs are fearsome bipedal carnivorous dinosaurs with reddish scales, long tail, sharp teeth, and short horns. Their stubby arms are vestigial, as the bipedal predators no longer require them for locomotion. The two Carnotaurs that served as the film's main antagonists are noticeably different in size, though it is unknown whether they are, like I said before, as mated pairs or just relatives, siblings. Both Carnotaurs are ambiguous in regards to their genders, and it is never stated whether either is male or female. Like I said, the male birds are brightly colored, and the females are dull, plain in color. Well, in the film, we never see it. Like other dinosaurs featured in the film, the Carnotaurs have been driven out of their usual habitats by the meteor strike, and a pair of them have decided to follow the herd so as to obtain food in the arid landscape. Shortly after Alidar and the lemurs join the herd, the two are seen scaring off a pack of velociraptors from the remains of Struthiomimus. The hunters then continue tracking the herd, to which Alidar and his adoptive lemur family have recently joined, feeding on the dead, weak, wounded, and stragglers. Later, Bruton and the dinosaur scout are attacked and ambushed by the Carnotaurs while searching for water. Bruton escapes, albeit injured, toward Crone, while the scout is dragged off and devoured and eaten by the second Carnotaur. Crone leaves the injured Bruton behind to fend for himself, blaming him for unintentionally leading the predators to the rest of the herd. And there are some inaccuracies with the Carnotaur/Carnotaurus. In the film, it was shown to be much bigger than it was in real life. The film was shown to be big as T-Rex by naming them Carnotaur. In actuality, Carnotaurus was smaller, roughly about 9 to 10 feet tall, 26 and 29 feet long, while T-Rex was 13 to 15 feet tall and 40 to 50 feet in length, and thus making Carnotaurs slightly larger than the iguanodon. The main dinosaur of the movie, the real-life animal, was also far lighter in build than its film counterpart, having disproportionately long legs meant for high speeds, as opposed to close quarters brawling. The film version uses additionally, the arms of the Carnotaurs are longer and more posable than the arms of a real Carnotaurus. The arm should be facing backwards with palm facing inwards. Carnotaurs in real life may have preferred to hunt small animals, owing to its small skull and the inferior bite force compared to like of T-Rex and other larger theropods. However, it may have also preyed upon bigger animals, and it has a fat and bulky look. In real life, Carnotaurus was very slim animal, almost like a cheetah with long, gracile legs. Added to this, Carnotaurus was also fast and had thick, stiff tail for powering its running abilities. As such, it could not use its tail to strike another dinosaur, because if they try this, it would only injure itself. And the Carnotaurs is the only dinosaur that only appears in the film, because during production they're originally gonna do T-Rex, but they decided on Carnotaurs because, quote unquote, it wasn't the well-known dinosaur. So, guess they went with that choice. So I'm guessing that Disney's the only one that chose a not well-known dinosaur instead of a famous T-Rex. And you know, I wonder why other film industries ever choose less well-known or popular dinosaurs in their films. I mean, why didn't they take the example of Disney, what they did? And another thing that I have been thinking about since I've seen the film. Why didn't they use Giganotosaurus, Carnotaurs, or even Spinosaurus? Now that I think about it, Spinosaurus in that time was not very much known about since the original fossil was destroyed. And Giganotosaurus was only recently even not in much appearances back in the 90s or the 2000s. And for Carnotaurs, I've always had that in my mind. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you later, guys.